Yes, currently we are competing not only locally but also globally. Big tech giants are competing for our Baltic mines. And therefore, I think we have to finally change our hiring strategy as we have to adapt to the current job market because it has totally shifted due to many factors like VCG, technological advancements, workforce aging, political situation, economical situation. There are so many factors that has changed all the job market, and now I think we have to change our strategy.
Dana, it's great seeing you here in Riga. Thank you so much for popping up by in our pop-up studio. Before we start, just for those who have not had the pleasure of meeting you,
Yeah.
tell me who you are and what you do.
I'm Dana, the founder and recruitment consultant at Tech Recruitment company in Latvia, but we are working globally. We have different kind of companies to find fintech, tech talent, and digital marketing. So everyone with niche skills, digital tech skills.
Right, okay. So now we've heard that talent is one of the main challenges that fintech companies face today, either because of not having the right skills and competencies, but also not having enough people to fuel the growth that we're seeing in the fintech sector. So when you talk to companies, what are the main challenges they usually face in trying to find the right people to fill in positions in their companies?
Well, of course, the main challenge is that we lack talent. Yes, fintech talent. That's for sure the number one. Of course, Vilnius, Riga, and also Tallinn. They are the cities which are really growing in regards to tech hubs, fintech hubs. Yes, fintech is very growing industry, a rapidly competitive industry, and today we are competing not only locally but also globally for the talent. Yes, that's the main challenge because there are many companies who are also willing to work with our Baltic mines, and these are, I find, the brightest minds that we have in the Baltic. This is why the competition grows bigger and bigger. This is why we have to think really how to adapt to the current changing job market. The job market has shifted totally because of many, many reasons. Yes, these are not only technological advancements, this is ECG, sustainability, this is workforce aging, yes, Generation Z. So there are so many factors that are changing the job market. And today we can't work anymore like, 20 years before. So we have to adapt. That's the main challenge for us, for leaders, to adapt to this changing world. And actually, that's the most challenging.
Right. Okay. Now you mentioned that you brought up the Baltics. We know that the Baltics are small countries, and they're very very highly in terms of skills, in terms of technology capabilities. But how are fintechs in the region coping with the fact that you still have a very limited pool of people just because of the size of the market? Where are they sourcing talent from?
Well, first of all, we have to hire not only in our local market, yes, but also international talent, yes, because companies need to grow, but in order to grow, we need to hire also international talent. So that's the first, yes, because we are not only talking about short-term strategies, we are talking also about sustainability, yes. So this is why it's very, very important to diverse these skills, yes, and look for talent which is outside our borders. But here it's the biggest challenge is that the borders are not geographical, but here, yes, these are the main borders that we have.
Okay.
Yes. So I think this is the biggest challenge. And secondly, of course, I think that only these companies which will be able to communicate clearly their mission, values, and culture will be these companies will be able to find this talent. Yes, because today employees are seeking not only for good salary, they're looking also for values, for flexibility. Yes, it's more than just paycheck today. This is why we have to think about our mission, vision, core values, very be clear about that and communicate about that to our talent which we want to attract.
All right, Anna. So tell me, what can companies do to attract the type of talent that they need to bring their companies to the next level?
Yes, currently we are competing not only locally but also globally. Big tech giants are competing for our Baltic mines. And therefore, I think we have to finally change our hiring strategy as we have to adapt to the current job market because it has totally shifted due to many factors like VCG, technological advancements, workforce aging, political situation, economical situation. There are so many factors that has changed all the job market. And now I think we have to change our strategy. Yes, for example, employer branding, that's not anymore just a hype. Yes, that's a really important strategy. Even personal brand of the manager or founder of any company, you have to build a really strong employer brand, but not just, creating this beautiful facade. Yes, you have to really think about your values, mission, and vision. And then you talk about your mission, communicate about that, and attract talent, yes, with the help of your values, you attract this talent. And I think that also such things as flexibility, as that becomes more and more important, talent is looking for more flexibility, more for remote work. I know it's challenging for many companies still. Yes, this is also the biggest challenge we face currently.
Yeah.
Talent just not interested, yes, to work if there are no such possibilities. Also, very quick, effective hiring process. Baltic talent likes effective hiring process, but also very human process. They want to feel value during that, especially when we talk about such small markets, yes, as Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania, where everything spreads very quickly. There's all kind of rumors and feedback. So this is very important, candidate feedback. And also, I think it's very important to reskill your current talent. Yes, as I mentioned before, we have to think about existing talent, think about how we retain this talent, yes, by offering them career development opportunities. So I think that companies who will be talking about career development, these will be the companies that will be hiring top talent, yes, because
Right.
that becomes more and more important to discuss these career transitions with current employees.
Let me ask a question following up with that. So, would you say that when it comes to the option of bringing new talent from outside or developing talent internally, what works best in the current situation we're in where there's a lack of talent in the market?
The best, no, you have to do both things. Yes, you have to do both things at the same time. You have to, first of all, of course, look existing talent. Yes, like make an audit, see which skills you need. Yes, where is this lack of skills, and if you need at all this kind of position, maybe you need another position. That's also a very huge mistake. Yes, just to post the job ad and wait. Yes, but that doesn't work anymore. So first of all, we have to see what's happening inside. I would say audit your current environment. Yes, and only then you start to hire outside.
What are the top skills that you see employers seeking for when it comes to looking for talent?
Well, of course, now it's digital and tech skills. Yes, like for example, AI and machine learning, they are becoming more and more demanded. Already now we can see there are even professions with AI. Yes, not only like duty, but even job titles we can see already AI. Yeah. And of course, it's not only about hard skills. Yes, not only about tech skills we're talking about, but also human skills. It's like creativity, critical thinking also becomes more and more important, and adaptability. And also sustainability becomes very, very important. And in this area, we really have a big lack of talent. And this is why I would call all people and say, like, please learn sustainability, learn AI governance, AI ethics. Yes, all this will become very, very demanded. And data, of course, data analysis, data storytelling, that all will become very demanded.
All right, maybe can I ask another question in relation to AI? Because we heard that AI was, well, there's been this fear that AI is going to replace people's jobs. Are you seeing that actually materialize in the market?
I don't think it will replace, no, but of course it will replace these people who don't know how to work with that, how to use that in their job. That's for sure. This is why also one of the main skills will be to learn. Just to learn, yes, to reskill, learn, study, reskilling, upskilling. So I think that's the most important for every person. And also companies need to think how they are reskilling people inside the company, yes, because we always looking outside somewhere, but we forget about our current existing talent, yes, which we need to reskill. And sometimes even there are many possibilities to find, other professions inside the company, like to see, ability to see, I would say like that, ability to see how to move one employee from one function to another function.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
That's, I think, one of the main strategies. Yes, like in our current circumstances, as we have this lack of talent, yes, it's not only about looking outside, it's also about reskilling current talent.
We're here in UNBLOCK, happening here in Riga. It's a fantastic conference. We can see that people keep coming through the door. What's been your key takeaway so far from this conference?
It's really great to see that there are so many people who are keen to learn and find out more about industry. And I see that there are so many things, which are coming new, and companies are really growing, thinking about new strategies. That's really great to see. And that also Ministry of Economics said that they're going to double economics in Latvia. Very happy to hear that. So let's see what waits us in the future.
Well, Dan, it's lovely seeing you here in Riga. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you, Chris.